Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How's everybody doing, man? Oh yeah, I'm back. We're back. We're back. Sorry, my bad. Y'all know how we do, man. Yeah, man. Yo, Heavy Wings, Eclipse, Ozzy, 2025, y'all. 2025. Let's have another one. Let's do another one, man. We made it, y'all. We made it, y'all. We made it, man. Come on, man. Clap it up for yourselves. We made it to a second annual. A second annual came and went awards, man. Yeah. Yeah, Jazzy, what's up? ZK? Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, man. Look, it's a special day, man. Mashu, the Twitch appears to be more lit. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say. It feels like the Twitch is where the party's jumping, but YouTube is where Lou said, "What's up?" YouTube is where you get less ads, I guess, and a more stress-free experience. But, you know, I like to give y'all options. Yo, but y'all, we're going to wait for more people to roll in. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? What's how's the week going? Yeah, pour up indeed. Pour up indeed, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Never made a Twitch account, so here on YouTube. Oh, hey man. Either way is fine with me. Either way is fine with me. Yeah. I'm a YouTube guy, but you know how it goes. Yeah, man, time is moving fast, things are changing rapidly. Um and just to let y'all know, I'm not streaming the Game Awards tomorrow. I won't be restreaming. I won't be reacting or anything. So this is it. This is the party. The party's here, guys. This is where the party's at. This is this is my end of the year uh celebration. Yeah, I just here's the thing. Here's the thing, and here's why I won't be. Yeah, okay. This is what I will say. This might also be Ozzy. I'm glad you brought this up because I might as well say this now while everyone's here. This might this will be the last scheduled stream of the year. So I might still be streaming for the rest of the year, but it's not gonna be like oh, we're doing a topic every Friday, whatever. It's gonna be rant. I might be playing catching up on games randomly on stream or popping up randomly on a Saturday or something, just a casual streams here and there. But as far as like organized thing, that won't start up again until next year. But y'all might still catch me here and there if I'm in the mood. Um but yeah, so what I was going to say is the reason I'm not streaming the Game Awards is one, I have work on Friday. And oh, Jazzy, you said exactly what I was about to say. Having watched the Game Awards for several years now, that shit is long as hell. So I can't, especially having work the next day, I can't be staying up that long to be watching the Game Awards. I promised myself that streaming for me was gonna be a relaxed thing. So so I'm not the guy for that. If y'all coming to me for the long the long marathon streams, I don't know if that's gonna be happening here. Y'all can go to Kai Sinat or whoever whoever does that, whoever does those kind of things. But That's not what we do over here. This is an unk friendly community. This is an unk friendly community. So yeah. Um you'll probably do what you did during opening night live. Just watch all the trailers afterwards. Yeah. So I appreciate you. I appreciate MF Beautiful. What up? What up? I appreciate you, Zareth. But y'all, a couple more people rolling in. What predictions? Last minute predictions. Last minute predictions for the Came and Went Awards. So let's go. Last minute predictions. Y'all are gonna be surprised by some of the rankings. I'll tell you that. Y'all will be surprised by some of these rankings. I promise you that. Monster Hunter Wild, second place. Okay, interesting. Second. Okay. That's an interesting one, Jay. That I didn't mean to press that. That was an accident. But funny timing. There we go. Y'all said, nah. That was really an accident, though. That was really an accident. But who knows? Who knows? Who said get that snack and bev ready? Hell yeah, man. Death Stranding to the winner. That's a good guess. That's a good guess. Oh yeah, Eclipse got the merch on. Y'all can hold on. Let me put this in the chat. I almost forgot. Let me put this in the chat. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna pin this. The merch. The merch is available. Let me see if I can. I show y'all this. Can I? It's hard to see. It's hard to see on my end, but you know, we got the merch on. Yeah. Raven D Storm, I get paid tomorrow. We'll be picking up the merch. Yeah, celebrate, y'all. We got hoodies, we got shirts, everything. My personal bias thinks any major Nintendo Kojima game cannot be the winner, if only because the video essay ecosystem lives up. That is a very good point. That is a very good point, actually. Very good point. Very good point. But we're gonna talk about it, and we got some guests coming on too. By the way, we got some guests coming on too. By the way, who will be talking about some of these games, and yeah. So one more thing. Let me make sure I pin this to YouTube. Jeff Keighley appearing on stream will be crazy. All right, you guys, we got a special show lined up for. I don't know. How does Jeff say? All right, you guys. That's my best Jeff impression. All right, you guys. I'm gonna pin this, and then. Okay, y'all. So here's how it's gonna work. The Came and Went Awards. Y'all, it was a lot of votes. It was a lot of votes. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the rankings of how everything ended up ranking. For some of the games, there's going to be people popping in to talk about why each game ranked where it ranked. And we'll go from there. Okay? Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready, man? Y'all ready? Come on. Let's get some hype. Let's get some came and wents in the chat. If y'all remember the came and went emote for the Twitch subs, let's get some came and wents in the chat. Let's get some came and wents in the chat, man. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. All right. Let's start with number 20. Can you guys guess what number 20 is in terms of the rankings for the came and wents? Someone said Avowed. Ooh, interesting. By the way, I posted on Twitter the nominees if y'all wanna cross check. But Donkey Kong, no. Sonic Racing, oh wow, DK, I might. We'll see. Jazzy. Number 20 is Digimon Story Time Stranger. That ended up being number 20 in terms. That was the vote for the Came and Went Awards. Now, what do we think about this? What was the temperature? Does everyone agree with this? Like, what is everyone's thoughts on Digimon Story Time Stranger being number 20? In my opinion, it does make sense. It does make sense, mainly because what I didn't consider, Digimon Story Time Stranger didn't have enough pre-release hype to like really like put it over the top. The only thing it really had was the usual like, oh, this is better than Pokemon type thing, and then it did decent and went on about its business. But yeah, the pre-cum, Ozzy, the pre-cum, exactly, man.
You freaky frog!
Exactly.
You a freaky frog!
So yeah, it wasn't much hype. It really wasn't much hype. I think it only started coming when people started talking about it, in contrast to Pokemon Legends. Yeah, exactly. The Frito says it should be higher. Still kind of fresh, so it's still in Kame territory. Yeah, I think this is a safe ranking. Number 20 for Digimon Story Time Stranger is a safe ranking. There isn't much to say. By the way, did anyone play this game? Gift us up, J Boulevard. Appreciate you, man. Did anyone play this game? Jazzy, I know you did. I'm gonna get around to it eventually, but this is a number 20 came and went. Not a very, not really much to say here, and a lot of people didn't play it. Yeah. It's on your, yeah. I'll get around to it eventually. Now, for this next one, let me hit somebody up. I'm going to hit someone up for this next one. Now, if you're in the chat, dude, don't say anything, okay? Don't say anything. Just stay silent for now, okay? What are y'all going to guess is number 19? What are y'all going to guess for number 19? That's a good guess. Sonic is a good. I see why y'all are saying that for I see why some of y'all keep saying Sonic. I get why y'all are saying that. Like I understand the logic, but no, it's not Sonic. Hunter x Hunter, Hades. Let me see. Let me check one more thing. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. Hopefully the stream doesn't act up today. Number 19. Is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Y'all won. Y'all won, okay? Y'all won. Y'all did it. Y'all did it, man. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Okay? Now, it looks like a lot of y'all did not agree with Donkey Kong Bonanza being a came and went. And we're going to have my boy Ozzy.
Hello.
Okay. Bro, how you doing, man?
I am doing good. I'm excited to talk about my monkey boy and why he is still... Here's the thing, right? With the came and wents.
Yeah.
The higher you place it, the worse it feels. 19? That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So, what was, in your opinion, Ozzy? What was the pre-release situation for Donkey Kong Bonanza? Like, we're gonna talk about the come part first. Like
yes, we're always talking about the come in the chat.
Yeah.
That's how we're at.
So what is your read on how the hype was for Donkey Kong Bonanza?
So let me pull up my notes real quick. So just for some clarity, this is important. This is important to me, homie. This is important to me. For Donkey Kong, this is Nintendo's original mascot, right?
Yeah.
Like if we're being completely frank, this is his first. Like this is their first real video game character, and he'd had a game for every single Nintendo home console, except for the Nintendo Switch. Weird.
Okay.
That's an extremely weird thing. Except for the port of Tropical Freeze, but we don't need to count that, right? He never had a true 3D game after DK64, right?
Yeah.
And there were always attempts. There were attempts to make a DK64 successor. Rare was apparently working on one on the GameCube at one point before the Microsoft buyout. We were supposed to get a racing game in the vein of Diddy Kong Racing on the GameCube as well by Saber Interactive. But he never really had a regular, he never had a 3D game appearance. Now, he did have Jungle Beat on the GameCube, of course, by the Mario Galaxy team, or I guess, EPD Tokyo, which, would go on to make Bonanza. But other than that, he only had he had that and Donkey Kong Country Returns. Right?
Yeah.
On the Wii by Retro and Tropical Freeze on the Wii U. But around, I want to say 2021, there were rumors of a 2.5D Donkey Kong game coming from Nintendo by the EPD Tokyo team. This is 2021, and people were aware of this game around 2018, right? They were like, we were considering, this game is coming out for the Switch 1.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay, cool. And then we get the redesign in the movie. And
yeah.
That's the first new iteration of Donkey Kong. Now, obviously, people have their opinions on the redesign, but that's our first new iteration of Donkey Kong since Country and Country Returns are kind of the same design. They're adapting them, but I was like, okay, first new redesign. And then Liam Robertson of Did You Know Gaming reported that Activision Blizzard was working with Nintendo to make a game called Donkey Kong Freedom for the Switch, which is a canceled 3D Donkey Kong game by Vicarious Vision. So, the Crash Insane Trilogy team. And that got canceled, unfortunately. So that kind of really deflated, in my opinion, in the Donkey Kong community, as it were. We're pretty deflated by this news.
The Donkey Kong community. Okay.
Hey, shout out to my Kongers out there. Big Kong over here.
Yeah.
it hype got deflated. It was kind of, it was pretty down. We were all pretty down at the time. It's like, okay, we're not getting a new Donkey Kong game for the foreseeable future. But then as the rumors for the Switch 2 started growing, it's like, okay, maybe there's a chance right here. What is the audience? What is the EPD Tokyo team working on right now? And then we finally see the Switch 2 in January, right?
Mhm.
In the formal announcement trailer. And then we see another new DK design. Another one, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, okay, this is based off of the movie, right? We're all saying, oh, this Mario Kart World design is based off of the movie design, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, what's going on? Finally, we get to April, where we actually get to see a brand new Donkey Kong game, Donkey Kong Bonanza, for Nintendo Switch 2. And he has that new design, which, important to note, that design is the basis for the movie and the the Mario Kart World design. The movie design did not come first. The Donkey Kong Bonanza design is the first design iteration.
Yeah.
So people are like, I would say I was pretty excited. I think generally most people were pretty excited, but they were like, okay, what's so special about this? What's so special about this game outside of the terraforming? The destroying everything, which is the core appeal of the game.
By the
right?
way, I want to say this too. I personally was not very hype upon like the initial gameplay reveal.
Sure. I think I mean, if you remember our conversation back then, I think I was pretty excited. I'm pretty sure I was very excited at the time.
Yeah.
So just the idea of Donkey Kong being able to punch things, destroy things, is already inherently appealing to me. But I get why people weren't like, okay, this is just this is kind of like more of the same for Mario, if that makes sense. Like it makes a linear growth for Mario Odyssey. But then we got the big June Direct, where it was revealed that Pauline was in the game, and we got the Bonanza transformations with the zebra and the ostrich one.
That's when it got real hype.
That's when it was like, oh wait, this is a serious game. This is a big Nintendo game. This is their big game of, I would say this is their big game of the year. Honestly, they're probably their most important game that was released this year.
Yeah.
And then the game comes out in July, gets critical acclaim across the board. Lots of people are saying this is Nintendo's best 3D platformer ever made. I would say it lived up to the hype for basically everybody. And are we allowed to talk about spoilers?
No, because that's a game people are going to play. That's a game people are. This is a game
that'll go into the wet portion of this.
Yeah. But now let's get Matter of fact, on that note, let's get to the went portion because here's my thing, and here's why I was arguing with you guys 2 weeks ago when we were doing the nominations.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's my algorithm, but I started seeing a lot of people start to be like, Bonanza is kind of like, you just punch stuff. There's no level design. Like all the bananas are everywhere and super easy to get.
I was also seeing those comments relatively close after launch as well. Right. I think there's a surge in the speedrunning scene still currently going on about like how to most optimally beat this game. I think the fact that you beat this game without collecting a single banana is actually to its benefit. I think that's a very impressive thing that they adhere to that. The no banana in that game is technically required to complete the game. That's really cool. The fact that not every single Bonanza transformation is even required. I think only Zebra is required to beat the game.
Right.
I think that's the only transformation that's required. But regardless, launched a month after this and going into the went. I think a part of the reason why is that it wasn't the quote unquote launch game for the Switch, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like go on.
If this game came out on day one, right, as opposed to Mario Kart World, I think the optics of the Switch 2, not we're talking about like the on Twitter or Blue Sky, places that aren't real, or like Reddit, like these aren't real places, but
right.
The online optics of the Switch 2, I think, would have been better if they had launched instead with Donkey Kong Bonanza instead of Mario Kart World. I think Mario Kart World is kind of a weirder game to launch a console with, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard. Like, I get from Nintendo's perspective, right? But the people buying your console at launch are the most hardcore fan, I would say.
True. That's a good... I didn't think about that. And while you're on that note, because we know about a lot of the controversy going on around Mario Kart World.
Yes.
Now that you say that, I really do think that like if Bonanza launched with the Switch 2, it would kind of change
Yes.
the optics from even like when we talk about the $70 $80 game thing, like
Yes.
that would have been at least been like a delayed conversation, right?
Yes.
Where because right now there's people still to this day who think every game on the Switch 2 is $80.
Yeah, I've met people that are like, oh, every game is $80. I'm like, no, only like
only
one
Mario
is kind
Kart
of
World.
80. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, that's like a bundle still. So
Yes.
it's like it was not a good move. Again, that's Nintendo's fault for not being able to like control the conversation by being so coy about everything. That's their bad entirely, right?
Mhm.
But I feel like the controversy attached to the Switch, the quote unquote controversy attached to the Switch 2 and to Mario Kart World, did end up like doing splash damage on all of their releases this year. Like all of them.
Okay.
I think and this is a personal opinion. I don't think every single criticism levied against the Switch 2's games this year is totally in good faith. That is my personal opinion.
I agree. Yeah.
I think you're saying when you say like, oh, there's actual no level design in Donkey Kong Bonanza. If you play the game, there is, right? If you actually like play the video game, you'll see what the more interesting parts of this game are. Right?
I agree.
And then that goes into why I think this is relatively a low ranking. This is number 19 only.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because somebody said this in the chat, I forget who. The fact that this is a Nintendo game, it's a 3D platformer from their EPD Tokyo team, means we're gonna get an essay about this game like in 2 years. We're gonna get an essay in this game about in like 3 years.
Yeah.
We're going to, whether or not it's good or bad, that doesn't matter. This game will be persistent in the conversation, right? The quote unquote Breath of the Wildification, which is stupid, of all of Nintendo's games is like pertinent, right? People do talk about Nintendo games more than other developers, right?
You're right.
Like, I'm not gonna talk about other video games, but like Ghost of Yote, right? Like, where's the actual real conversation about that?
We're gonna talk about that soon, by the way, y'all.
Cough, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
You don't really see that kind of disingenuous conversation around other games because Nintendo is the most popular publisher. Like, if we're being completely frank, they're in the hardcore gaming space. People are always going to talk about Nintendo. That's just the truth.
In America.
So like, no matter in America, Europeans aren't real people, and and people in Japan don't talk about video games. Even if like Nintendo's king over there.
Yeah.
But so it's like you see the usual suspects. The usual suspects saying that there's no actual level design, that the Banandium gems are too easy to collect. It's like when you actually, and the skill tree is bad, but like when you actually play the video game, all these things make sense, and that is reflected in the scores of the game. Obviously, critic scores are a very contentious topic on the internet, right?
Yeah.
But they are a good barometer for the overall like is this game good? Is this game good? Is this game bad in a general sense, right? I'm not saying like they're always correct about everything. I'm not saying that at all. But I think they are very good at looking at a surface level overview of how popular a game is, right?
Right.
And I think this game is going to continue to sell, right? It already sold like 4 million units in like a couple months, right? It's doing fine. Like, it made its money back. So I'm not worried about like us getting a new Donkey Kong game, right? But it also put a weird spotlight on it because it's not Mario, right? That's a lot of the people talking about this game are like, oh, it's not Mario, as opposed to it being a Donkey Kong game, if that makes sense.
What up, PG? Okay. Final words on where the ranking of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Your predictions for any of the next rankings for the games. Like, any final thoughts?
So Donkey Kong Bonanza is a good game. I will defend this game. I will write the essay in 2 to 3 years. Don't worry. I think it coming out the same year as Expedition 33, a game that is being lauded as the savior of JRPGs, even though it's French. It's going to be harder for it to win. I don't expect it to win tomorrow, if I'm being honest. I think that's going to go to Expedition, right? But this game will continue to have a conversation around it. I think people will realize what interesting stuff this game is doing, and I think it'll get its flowers in due time. As for future rankings, I do think, and here's a spicy take, I don't think Monster Hunter Wilds will rank as highly as people think it will. It'll rank highly, but I don't think it'll be as high as people expect it to be, is my personal opinion.
Okay. That's Ozzy, y'all. Give it up for the boys. Give it up for Ozzy, man. Thanks for coming through, man.
Of course. I'll defend Donkey Kong any time of the day.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, later.
Y'all, Okay. So that's Donkey Kong Bonanza. That was a good conversation. He brought up some interesting points. Now, y'all, what do we think number 18 is? What do we think number 18 is? Y'all give your guesses. This one's kind of tricky. This one's kind of tricky. I won't lie to you. Avowed isn't. Y'all keep running to Avowed, man. Y'all gotta actually like really think about the come and really think about the went. Like y'all gotta think about both sides, okay? We're at number 18. We're very low on the list, right? So every Xbox exclusive is a came and went. It's all a matter of degrees. EW275. You got it, man. Number 18 is Hades 2. Hades 2 is number 18 for the Came and Went Awards. Now, did anyone play this game? Did anyone play this? Frost and okay. Now, I think here's my take on it because I have never played Hades and Ashes. I agree, a roguelite. So my thing is, this game, did it win Game of the Year one year or not? Or no? Did Hades win Game of the Year? The original Hades. Okay, no, it didn't. But the original Hades was a big deal, right? And for this one, I just didn't see. I don't know. I know it went into early access, and that was a weird thing too. But I don't know. You know. I think what kind of made this like lower on the list was the early access stuff. I think what made this like lower on the list was the early access stuff and how that, I don't know. It kind of put the game's conversation, it had a weird pace. So by the time it actually came out, you know, it was done. The combo was done. So yeah, and competing with Silk Song. Right. It already came pre-com. Yes. So yeah, I don't know. That's number 18. There's really not much to say here. Is this a good game though? Is Hades 2 a good game? There's not much to really say here. Yeah, the early access was confusing. Was confusing. Yes. Um I kind of hate Hades 1 in hindsight. Yeah. I'm just glad to hear hate for a rogue. Let me stop joking. I don't hate roguelites. I'm just ambivalent to roguelites. But anyway, that's it. We can move to number 17. Now. This one now, keep in mind, look at the nominees before y'all guess. Don't just be saying anything, okay? And we're gonna have a guest for this one too, okay? We're gonna have a guest for this one too. What are the guesses for number 17? Hunter Cross Hunter. Okay, that's That's an interesting guess. The Fritos. You got it. Number 17 is Sonic Cross Worlds. Now, y'all, I'm not a weeb. I say the X. So, I mean, I guess Sonic. Look, looking back on it, this is going to be a controversial. This might be like controversial because we had a long argument during the nomination stream. Okay. I think there was more hype for Sonic Cross Worlds than I had initially like. I don't know. I don't even remember what I said, but when I'm looking back on it, Sonic Cross Worlds had a lot of pre-hype. There was a lot of pre-hype, and now I'm kind of hearing that it's not like you can hop on and find a race. I might be wrong, but seeing Fidel play Sonic Cross Worlds now is very fun. Wait, explain what you say. What you mean, Ozzy? But either way, we're gonna get the guest on. Let me see, let me make sure everything's good here.
I'm on.
All right, Athena, how you doing, girl?
I'm good.
Okay.
Good to be here.
Now, you said you wanted to talk about Sonic Cross Worlds.
I did. I haven't played the game myself, but I think like the discussion around it is like very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be pretty easy to just like chalk this like hype cycle to another case of like, oh, this is gonna be the killer of like this Nintendo game here. We're talking about this with Digimon and Pokemon earlier.
Yeah.
And to an extent, that is kind of what happened, like, oh, this is the Mario Kart World killer. Like, I hate Mario Kart World. I'm gonna play Sonic instead. And like, yeah, like, it's not untrue that like hype died off like relatively quick, at least like compared to like the meteoric rise it had. And I've heard it's like a genuinely great game.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of did everything right too, like in terms of marketing. In Japan, it really benefited from that Hatsune Miku stimulus check.
Yeah. But did you play it, by the way?
I have not.
Okay, gotcha.
This is just me being observant. I just think it's interesting. Like, no hate. Please don't dox me, Sonic fans.
But do you think it's a came and went?
Kind of. I just like think compared to the other stuff around here, not really. I know like for Sonic fans, that was a really big moment, especially like the IGN review scoring higher than Mario Kart. That
Yeah. How
that was a huge deal for.
Did you vote it among like your 10 for like for the poll, or was it?
Honestly,
what did you?
I honestly don't remember. Like there are 10 options. Like after a few, I'm just like,
Yeah, you're just like whatever. After you get your main votes, and yeah. I feel you. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Would you rank it higher or lower?
I think this is about where I would rank it. Like discussion definitely died off, but I do think like there's a good chance this kind of stays in people's minds for a while, especially like looking back. But like, yeah, at the same time, I guess like, yeah, hype did kind of noticeably die off, especially after Kirby Air Ride, and I'm already seeing hype for that game die off.
Really? A lot of people, I will tell you, a lot of people when we were doing the nomination stream were saying that we should add Kirby Air. Look, let me say this. I'm gonna say this while we're on the topic. While we're on the topic, I actually think kart racers aren't as big of a like genre as people like let on. I think kart racers are kind of in a situation where I'm trying to think of another genre that's like similar to this, where you
I'd
have
say-
this leader with with Mario Kart, and then everything else is like, oh, okay, that's cool too, but
Honestly, I would say that would go to platform fighters. Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that, like, casual players are just gonna see those games as just like a clone of that
the
IP, and we're like hardcore ones like, this is gonna be the killer.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
People
yeah,
really.
yeah.
Do you remember when people thought wave dashing SpongeBob was gonna kill Smash Ultimate?
Nah, don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started on like multiverses and the whole platformer, like the whole thing, because that's a whole different conversation. Because yeah, I look there's just certain genres where the leader is just going to be the main thing, I feel,
Yeah.
and everything else
It's-
is just going to kind of fall
Mhm.
to the wayside. I don't know. Yeah. But that's now that you say that, that's came to mind, when you brought up
Mhm.
like how Sonic Cross Worlds ended up. So, yeah, hold on, let me read the chat. Multiverses really died due to mismanagement. No, okay. I'm not gonna spend too long because we're talking about Sonic Cross Worlds, but I'm gonna say something real quick. Multiverses died mainly because it sucked. Everything else that like happened around it didn't help. It definitely like made it die off quicker. But no, Multiverses like mostly just was ass. Like
Yeah, I have not played like a slower platform fighter in my life.
it
Like,
felt really bad.
like for as much shit as like Brawl got back in the day for being slow, like the slowest Brawl character could like run circles around the fastest multiverses character.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
Uh,
so, but yo, thank you for coming through though. I'm glad you got to put your input on not gassing up, bro. Yeah, I'm glad you got to put your input on Sonic Cross Worlds. Yeah, and you got any final thoughts on like the rest of the rankings? What are your predictions?
well, you were like, that's a good guess about Death Stranding too, so I'm guessing it's up there, but not quite. Um,
Okay. Okay.
Monster Hunter seems a little too obvious, so maybe it's not. I think like honestly, I think like having 10 options kind of like throws a wrench in all this.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But yeah, you interesting thoughts. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, bet y'all. That was Athena. And yeah, I could tell by his face. No, we'll see, man. We'll see. Look, number 16. Now for this one, this is what I'm gonna do for this one. Okay. Number 16 is a game that some people would describe as I guess friend slop. Is this friend slop? As the kids say? Does this count? And I didn't play it, but apparently a lot of people did. And I guess that's why this is also pretty low. So, Number 16 is Split Fiction. Split Fiction is number 16. Did anyone play this? Did anyone play this? Now, in my opinion, Jay, I was about to say Split Fiction, in my opinion, and this is what Athena, this is what she was saying earlier. This game, like, I think because we did the 10, the format we did for voting, I think that made this like rank lower than maybe I think it should have ranked. I think Split Fiction should have been higher. But as we move up the list, we're gonna see that I want to say the top 10 are very accurate in my opinion. Is like when you get to these 11 through 20 games that we're getting through, that it's kind of like maybe, you know, but no, the top 10 are, in my opinion, very accurate. Yakuza being higher than Split Fiction is insane. Well, here's the thing. I will say, at least Split Fiction had some people like, oh, this is Game of the Year material. Some people did say that for Split Fiction. I didn't really hear that for Yakuza. And this is not GK's normal Yakuza propaganda. Yeah, Split Fiction had some shooters. Split Fiction had some people really going to bat for this game. Yeah, because of It Takes Two and all that. Jazzy, yeah, I didn't see hype for that pirate game like that. Yeah, no. So Split Fiction is number 16. I think it should have been higher, but as we move up, it's gonna get a lot more spicy. Okay. Now, this next game is a game that I am looking forward to this next game. I'm looking forward to playing this next game, but it's not it's a weird situation for why I haven't played this game yet. And I'm not sure I agree with the ranking for this game either, but we'll talk about it. Number 15, because this is kind of a long conversation for number 15. It's Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2 is number 15. Now, yeah, I don't. Okay, so there's two ways you can look at this, right? There's two ways you can look at this. One is Death Stranding 2. Is it nominated for Game of the Year? Is Death Stranding 2 nominated for Game of the Year? Okay, right. So you have that element of it, right? You have the fact that Death Stranding 2 is in the Game of the Year conversation. But then you also have the fact that Death Stranding 2 isn't on every platform yet. So arguably, you can kind of sort of say Death Stranding 2 is still in the come phase. Arguably, now this might be me trying to retroactively justify the ranking, but I know for me, I'm waiting for this to come to PC. I'm waiting for this to come to PC. So for me, when it comes to PC, I think there's going to be another boom in conversation, and we can kind of, okay. Oh, they're announcing the PC port tomorrow, allegedly. Right. So, for example, if the PC port is announced tomorrow, this ranking ages very well because people are gonna start talking about it again. We got him. He's a PC gamer. RPG lover. How long you been here? I've been a PC. I'm mainly on PC. Well, what up, RPG lover? What up? Final Fantasy 16, Death Stranding 2, and Stellar Blade all got hurt by being timed PS5 exclusives. Now, there's another conversation to be had about how being exclusive kind of like outside of Nintendo, is being exclusive like a good thing anymore? Like, is being exclusive like I don't know, man. Like a lot of exclusives are like major came and wents, man. Like, yeah, like, oh, not for me as a broke PC guy. Gotcha. Yeah, some people do still. The Switch and Switch 2 still have Joy-Cons as an advantage. Yep. Even Astrobot is a came and went. Yep. Bluey for the next play. I heard about that on Black Friday. PG Robinson. A lot of exclusives don't move the needle enough for people heavy into gaming. Not the casual gamer, at least to me. Gotcha. Yeah. We got 62 people in here. Okay. It's looking good, y'all. It's looking good. Welcome. So, Death Stranding 2 is kind of a good anecdote about, I guess, exclusivity and what that means in this day and age. And we can kind of continue this conversation with this next game, okay? This next game, now, okay, I'm kind of like back and forth about whether Death Stranding 2 is a came and went. I'm kind of like back and forth about it. But this next game, I don't like the ranking at all. I think it should have been ranked higher, actually. Yeah, you got it. Ghost of Yotei. In my opinion, this should have been higher. I don't know why were, I mean, yeah, in my opinion, especially when I'm looking at, I don't think Ghost of Yotei necessarily needed to beat the top 10 because I'm looking at the top 10 right now. I don't think Ghost of Yotei needed to beat the top 10 or anything, but it should have been like, as we go on, y'all are gonna see. I think it should have been like number 11. This was a came and went. Ghost of Yotei was for sure a came and went. There was a lot of came and went competition, ZK, for sure. Thanks for the follow, Matty Ice. The narrative and themes for Yotei don't measure up to the first game. Eclipse, it was too that was the only. Here's the thing. Here's why I think it's a came and went. Because one, Ghost of Yote was a very, from what I see, I haven't played it, so I can't speak on the actual game, but from what people are saying, it was a very safe game. And two, the pre-release conversation around this game. The pre-release conversation around this game about like, oh, it's so woke. Oh, you know, da 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 da. Like, and the way Sony hyped this up and everything, like, I didn't see nothing after release. I didn't see nothing, bro. I didn't see a peep about Ghost of Yote after release. This is a came and went. This is at least number 11. I don't agree with like the number 14 ranking at all. Did y'all not vote for? Did y'all vote for Ghost of Yote among your 10? Yes, Lucid. Even that. That's kind of what I was getting at, Lucid, is that like even after, usually the grifters continue being annoying after release. Like there was no review bombing. There was like, thank God. I'm not saying I want there to be review bombs and harassment and all that, but yeah, like there was nothing. There wasn't even like negative controversy. Yeah, Jazzy. Yeah, even Stellar Blade had a bigger, like the grifting just kept going. You know, so it didn't even have that angle of like having the negative came and went, you know, a dynamic going on. So yeah, number 14 is Ghost of Yote. I don't agree with the ranking, especially when we talk about this next one. This next one, in the context of like Ghost of Yote, and I might talk about this one a little long because I'm very familiar with this game, but nah, I don't agree with this one being as high as it is. Some people kept messaging me when we were talking about predictions and saying like, oh, this one needed to be so high, this one needed to be so high, like but I do not agree. Fatal Fury is number 13. I do not agree with this one at all. So this is why I'm saying like 11 through 20 gets a little like iffy. Now, here's the thing. A few months ago, I would have agreed that Fatal Fury. No. Here's the thing. The reason I'm saying this, the reason I'm saying Fatal Fury should be lower is because Fatal Fury, with the DLC and everything. Now, mind you, Fatal Fury is a came and went. But it is not number 13. It's not number 13. This game had DLC. It had FGC controversy. It had a lot of FGC controversy. Yes, relatively low come, but also low went. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Fatal Fury is already pretty niche. Cell Device. Now, Cell. I know you are salty about where you're about to see Monster Hunter rank, but don't try to come in here and push the propaganda about just because Fatal Fury had some Drewski ads and KSI ads that, you know, because here's the thing. No. Calm down. No, listen. Y'all are forgetting the other aspect of came and went. The other aspect of came and went is that negative discussion also counts as like discussion. So after Fatal Fury came out, you still had a bunch of people in the FGC talking about like, oh, you know, the Saudi Arabia controversy and you know, the game needing patches and essing the stream charts and all this kind of stuff. It had a lot of FGC like controversy. So that counts as discussion. That counts as discussion. Now I would have put Fatal Fury at personally, I would have put it at number 16 or something like that. Mind you, I will admit Fatal Fury did have a lot of hype. It did have a lot of hype, but let's consider it has DLC and it is at EVO next year. And we have the SNK World Championships that just happened, and a lot of people say it had the most hype EVO Grand Finals for this year's EVO. So it was pushing back against the Went. Cell Device. Now, okay, we're gonna go back and forth about Monster Hunter in a minute. Well, not in a minute. Not in a minute, but we'll talk about it. I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all about Monster Hunter before we start talking about the game, okay? But let's go to this next one, man. Let's go to this next one. Y'all about to... It's not... Yo, I'm going to show y'all the percentages after this is over. So y'all, there's no collusion, no nothing. This is all votes. I had nothing to do with this, okay? This next one also had a lot of controversy, okay? This next one also had a lot of controversy. And I think the ranking for this one is pretty appropriate. I think the ranking for this one is pretty appropriate. This next one is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Y'all said I made the Monster Hunter meme long before voting, skewed the community. Look, let's focus, okay? Let's focus. Assassin's Creed Shadows is number 12. I think this ranking is okay. Again, I feel like Ghost of Yotei should have been higher than this. Ghost of Yotei should have been higher than this. Assassin's Creed Shadows was this year, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was this year. Yeah. Yeah, this game had more controversy than Yotei. Okay, this is a tricky one. Assassin's Creed is a tricky one because this might be one of those situations where we talk about like the Came side and the Went side, but this was have y'all know about edging, right? Assassin's Creed Shadows might be an edging situation because the Came part lasted for so long that even if the game wasn't out by the time the conversation was over, the conversation just felt like the controversy and all that felt like it just lasted forever. I wasn't even sure when the game was out because it was just like constant. You know what I'm saying? Like constant controversy from the lead up to release, you know? So it was kind of like, this might be a rare situation where it was just like, it was like edging. So that kind of made the conversation just last like very long, you know? So I think that's why I say this one should have been lower than Yotei, because the controversy lasted longer than Ghost of Yotei. It's like, but it still had the equal amount of hype on release as Yotei. And I feel like I actually did see more people playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, but that's also because Assassin's Creed Shadows wasn't exclusive. So that also, I think, should put it lower than Yotei. But this is what y'all voted for. Okay? This is what y'all voted for. This is number 12. This is number 12. What do we oh, y'all are going Yote was calling for a game of the year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think when you involve a grifting campaign from a foreign country was low key crazy. Yeah, no, it was insane. J Boulevard, y'all know what edging is? Yeah, we definitely an unk community. Nah, but yeah. So this was an edging situation, y'all. This was an edging situation. Is today Friday? No, today is Wednesday, but you know, still.
You
Wrong
freaky
one.
frog! You freaky frog!
We gotta still because this might be the last time y'all see me for a while. So we gotta do a Freak A Friday for the Freak A Fridays that won't be here for the next few weeks, okay? We're loading up the freakiness. I swear to God, if Kong wins, oh, you late, Apache. Kong is like number 19. So, okay, y'all. This one we're probably gonna not skip, but we're not gonna talk about it for a long time because I don't think a lot of people played this game. But number 11. It's this shit. Whatever this shit is. Like, it deserves it. This is a fine ranking too. But one thing y'all did say like during the nomination stream that I kind of agree with in retrospect is that there was not a lot of come here. There was not a lot of hype going into this game. There was some. It deserves to be in the nominees. There was some hype, but yeah, you know, it wasn't, especially now that I'm seeing like where some of these other games rank. I would have put Mind's Eye much lower. I would have even put Mind's Eye like below Sonic Cross Worlds or something. Yeah, it was Apache, yes. Definitely a came. I mean, wasn't a came, but definitely a went. Yeah. Yeah, this was just a went. This was just a went. Athena, yeah, I never heard of this. Yeah. What up, Maxway? Yeah, this is just a went. It's just a went. We're not gonna talk about this one long. But now it's about to get interesting. Because we're gonna get to the top 10. Some of these I hope y'all can help me with. But number 10. Is Outer Worlds 2. Y'all tell me. This one, there's not really. Yeah, Xbox seems like it's just like a really. Yeah. Xbox is just like the came and went publisher of the year. It's just I think people were hyped because Outer Worlds 1 was kind of mid, so they were hoping for better. Yeah. So if Nintendo is like came and went immune, Outer Worlds 2 is like, I mean, Xbox is a came and went magnet. But yeah, a lot of y'all voted for this one. And I think it's just like what the original game did, probably like put expectations through the roof for this one. So yeah, Outer Worlds 2 is like, you know, that's that. Now, look, man, I'm going to use this next one to have a conversation about something that a lot of people have been asking me recently, okay? And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to explain my thoughts on this. Now, this fucking thing right here, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Man. First of all, I'm very happy with where this ranked. This deserves to be top 10 for many reasons. One, let me explain something. A lot of people are like, GK, why do you hate Yakuza so much? Why do you hate Yakuza? Hey, Xbox came and went because they got that Game Pass. Yep. Game Pass. Right? It's a Game Pass.
You freaky frog.
You know,
You freaky.
but
You a freaky frog.
look, this series, they're like, GK, why do you hate Yakuza so much? Why do you hate Yakuza so much? The origin, the lore of why I hate Yakuza. I've never played it, right? But for several game presentations, for several state of plays, for several directs, they have found some way to insert this fucking thing into every presentation. Oh, Yakuza 1 Kiwami coming to the Nintendo Switch. Yakuza 7 coming to the PS5. Oh, we're getting a PC port of Pirates and Yakuza. Oh, Yakuza Volleyball coming to the Xbox. Oh, we're finally getting an official release of Yakuza. Every fucking presentation. Now, you know why this is number 9? Because everybody is tired. It's not just me. Everybody is tired of this fucking thing. Everyone is waking up and realizing that enough is enough. Like, enough is enough. We've had enough ports. We've had enough sequels. What's that fucking thing? Judgment. And the more time RGG spends on this thing, the more the more Virtual Fighter gets, you know, the less people they have working on Virtual Fighter 6. So I think now the people are waking up and realizing that, yo, let's give Yakuza a little break. There really ain't much here, you know, to chew on. We get the point. Let's move on. That, I think everyone is starting to see that with Yakuza. So that's why this is number 9, and I think it deserves its spot. Now things are heating up now, y'all. Things are really heating up now because now we have narrowed down the games, okay? We've narrowed down the games. So the guesses are going to get a little easier. I'm about to call a guest on to help me with this next one, okay? Don't say nothing, guest. Y'all guess what is number 8? Y'all guess what's number 8? Metal Gear Solid Delta. Interesting. Hunter x Hunter. Interesting. Avowed. You guessed it right, R-Man. You guessed it right. Number 8 is Borderlands 4. Now, we're going to have a guest come on and help me with this one because I'm not the Borderlands guy. But we got Lucid. It's been a minute, man.
It has. Wait, can you hear me clearly? Am I coming through?
Yeah. No, you're coming through loud and clear,
Oh, man.
You're coming through loud and clear. Okay.
Man, I'm so happy to be up in the high spots.
Yeah. Okay, so Borderlands 4, man. You said you didn't say you want to talk about it, but you told me you beat it. you beat Borderlands 4?
Yeah, I beat it fast. That's actually
wow.
a part of the issue. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, what was the temperature? What was the hype for Borderlands 4? Like going into it, what was the game part?
So yeah, you know what? I got to do a little bit of lore. Short.
Okay.
Basically, so I'm a Destiny fan.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'll put up with the bullshit. I know Destiny's not perfect. All Destiny fans hate Destiny. That's like it's like me being a Star Wars fan. All Star Wars fans think Star Wars sucks.
Mhm.
So Destiny had the final shape, which was its big, final story ending thing for 10 years, blah blah blah. And we Destiny fans were happy. It was amazing. And then earlier this year, they came out with another expansion, Edge of Fate, since we were talking about edging. And it was a Metroidvania, which was interesting, but it was terrible.
Mhm.
It was like, it's like they didn't try to really make a Metroidvania, So people weren't happy with it. Plus, they changed how like the loot system works. There's like tiers. It's like a whole bunch of nonsense I won't get into. So Destiny fans weren't happy. So Borderlands 4 gets announced. We hear all these details. The Borderlands devs announce all these RPG mechanics that like Borderlands normally doesn't even have. They kept a lot of the stuff people like, and then they added a ton of stuff. So we got hyped. So like the whole Destiny community was just like, we're all getting Borderlands 4. Like you should have seen like all the top streamers were just on Borderlands 4. Everybody started sharing their builds like we do with Destiny. So we're all like metaing this game. And what had happened is, I guess the makers of Borderlands weren't ready for how crazy Destiny players are, because we break Destiny like every week. Bungie has to stay on top of us and like change everything every time they get a chance. So what happened was we all figured out that this one knife that adds a percentage of critical damage became like the most powerful weapon in the game. All you needed was like you hit an enemy with the knife, and all of a sudden they take like bonus whatever multiplied by whatever percent, whatever, like it just boosted stuff, and everybody was getting the better versions of the knife. So we're all playing like, I've been grinding to get an even better knife, and it was just the one knife, and then we just started combining it with other elements of the game. So there's like a ton of YouTube videos of people just one-shotting bosses.
Wow.
And like I can't even lie. Before people figured stuff out, I was coming up with my own strategy. So I played it with a friend, and the whole time he's just like, man, this is like ridiculous as hell. Like we're clearly not supposed to beat these guys like this. Like we're up to the final boss, and I was like, knife, this ability, that ability, now shoot him. And his health was just like, and the guy had like 9 health bars, and we're just watching the health bars get wasted. And then like the devs even coded in stuff that showed like if you're going crazy, the health bars would like pop up and be like, ouch, like all sorts of effects. And one of the devs was like, wow, I didn't think you guys would even figure out how to get it to that point. Like it just became us wasting the game at light speed. So Borderlands 4 came and went because people literally bought it and played it, and we're just psychos.
That's crazy, dude. Yo, that is okay. I'm glad I had you on, because I didn't. So wait, so Borderlands 4 was low key kind of like how Sonic Cross Worlds was for Mario Kart. Like that Borderlands 4 was like that with the Destiny community, I guess. Where like it was like,
Yeah.
this is like the Destiny killer. Was that like, am I understanding that correctly, or replacement or whatever? You know?
Yeah, it was like a replacement because there's still a lot Destiny offers. We were understood like it's not going to take the whole thing, but we were like,
Oh, okay, got you.
this
Yeah,
will at
yeah,
least
yeah.
occupy us, you know? They did it
Yeah.
before with First Descendant. A lot of Destiny players were like, oh, we're hopping on that, and they ground the game. There's like a ton of guys I watch on even on here on Twitch, and they were like, yeah, I beat it already. Like I'm done. And I'm like, what? The game just came out, and they're like, at First Descendant, you know, like Destiny players are just like the craziest RPG players. You don't want to like let them play anything else. We just take shit too far. It's why I don't know if you ever
Yeah.
see, like I tweet about Final Fantasy and I go off. All of my Final Fantasy saves on PS2 is like some psycho stuff, man. Like I just I would grind the game to a pace just because I figure out like which tool works best, and I just love doing it. And it's like eventually it becomes whack, you know? Like I platinumed
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15, and I hate that game. That's my least favorite Final Fantasy, and people will be like, "What? But this and that," and I was like, "I beat it. I even beat the giant turtle boss. Like screw that whole game. Like that's so
This is interesting, man. So this is like
yeah,
a literal came and went. It's like y'all literally like beat the game so fast that it just like that it just came it came and went. God damn. This is a unique one actually. But
yeah.
yo, that dude, that was perfect. That was perfect. What are what are your predictions for the rest of the list? What are your predictions, man?
What's left? What's
Oh,
left? I gotta
yeah,
pull
yeah.
this back up.
Or what are your thoughts on the list so far, as like how far we've gotten at this point?
I think Yote should have been way higher, man. Oh
Bro,
man, I
I'm
think
saying I don't know what was going on there, man. I don't know what was going on with that, but okay, yeah, whatever.
So wait, we have Lost Soul Aside still on the list?
Yeah,
How is that
Lost
even
Soul.
this high? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's
There's
top 10. It's top 10.
Metal Gear probably won this list. That's my guess. I think it's Metal Gear. But Lost Soul aside, Doom Dark Ages, I told you on Twitter, I think that was Doom fans were like, yeah, it's our game because of Doom and Doom Eternal. But I was like, I could tell that wasn't gonna stick. So yeah,
Okay.
I think yeah.
Well, oh, yo, your thoughts are now recorded, so we're gonna see how that pans out, man. But yo, thanks for
Okay.
coming through. This was some interesting ass lore, actually. This was great, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
All right, man. Thanks for
All right.
having me.
All right, peace out, man. That's Lucid, y'all. That's Lucid, y'all. That was good. That was really good. I did not know any of that, actually. So you guys, this next one, we are also going to have a guest, okay? We're also going to have a guest. If they're still on. Now, don't say anything. I'm about to call you now. Now, this next game, we're gonna have a very long talk about this, okay? And I want y'all to remain calm, and let's be respectful. Let's be let's be, you know, let's keep it clean, okay? So for this next game, y'all can, you know, I don't know if you want to clap it up. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but Monster Hunter Wilds is number 7. So, y'all, it is Monster Hunter Wilds is number 7, okay? Now, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something before we talk to the guest, okay? Now, I'm fine with where this ranked, okay? Would I have gone a little higher? Yeah, maybe. I probably would have number 5 or something, right? But my thing is, and this is what Cell Device was trying to argue earlier in the chat, okay? My thing is, the reason I think Monster Hunter Wilds deserves to be in the top 10 and maybe even higher is that even though people are still talking about Monster Hunter Wilds, we got to be honest. The hype for this game was through the roof, right? Especially coming off of Monster Hunter Rise is one thing, but especially coming off of like Monster Hunter World, right? That game was a phenomenon. Yes, Ozzy, extremely high amounts of cum for Monster Hunter Wilds. So, yes, people are still talking about it, but this is not what we thought the conversation around Monster Hunter Wilds was going to be. This is not what we thought was going to happen. So, yeah, the guest we have on is going to help us go a little deeper with this. Y'all welcome Heavy Wings, man.
Hello.
Heavy Wings, how you doing, man?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. You in the? I know it's late over there, so I'm. You're in the UK.
Yeah, it's all good. I won't be keeping anyone up right now.
But yo, dude. First of all, this guy. You guys is a Monster Hunter YouTuber. His channel's great. He makes some good content. So he's going to be an expert on where we can go with this conversation, okay? So, first of all, Heavy Wings, what was the hype before release for Monster Hunter Wilds?
Well, as you said, the hype was really big because, as you guys said, it was coming off Monster Hunter World. Do you want the backstory?
Yeah, give us some lore. Give us some, because there might be things
backstory.
I have gaps with Monster Hunter. So
Monster Hunter was always very successful on the PSP and the 3DS, and it was never successful on consoles until they released World. On the 3DS and PSP, it was selling 4 million, 5 million. World right now is at 30 million. It sold like 10 million in 7 months. It was a massive success.
yeah.
The game looked good. It felt really good to play. Multiplayer was great. And there was a lot of people's first exposure to Monster Hunter. And then it was getting constant updates, big updates. It got like Final Fantasy collab, a Witcher 3 collab. And the next year, Iceborne arrived. And Iceborne was the expansion, and that was huge as well. It added 30 monsters. Also got a whole year of updates. And these updates that they were adding were free as well. So no one had to pay for them. And Iceborne as well is the 6th best-selling Capcom thing ever because of the hype. And then, right as Iceborne was ending, Rise got announced. And Rise was announced to be a Switch exclusive. And Monster Hunter World fans were not happy. They were
Yep.
I thought World was going to get more expansions. Oh no. And then, so people were mad about Rise for years. I remember when Rise got its last update, people were celebrating, finally the game's done. We can move on to Monster Hunter World 2. And then Sunbreak got announced. And then Sunbreak got more updates. And finally Sunbreak was over. These guys were yes, World 2. And then Wilds got announced. Coming to PS5, PC. It was confirmed to be multi-platform. And then in 2024, Capcom did something really interesting. They started this initiative called #Return to World. They basically put World on a massive discount. They were like, hey guys, go play it. they updated it to be Steam Deck verified. So people went back to World, and they got it for like really cheap, like less than $20, I guess. And and people remembered, yeah, this game rules. Like this game is great, and it like broke player count records. A bunch of like big streamers were playing it.
Yeah.
So then, and also Wild was like confirmed to have be crossplay as well, and day one on PC, which World and Rise were not. So finally, Wild releases, and the game sells 10 million in a month, like breaking records, massive launch. So as RZ said, it definitely came. Now for the Went, the game was it had a lot of problems. One of them being the performance.
Yeah.
I think consoles are okay, but for PC it was really bad. And Monster Hunter World, I think we know from leaked data that it sold the most on PC, and I think Wilds has sold the most there as well. So that people were very unhappy with that. You need a really beefy PC just to get native resolution, 60 frames.
Yeah.
And they've mildly improved it, but the first major performance patch is coming next week, and it's been 10 months since release. So
Yeah.
people have been waiting a long time for proper fixes. And every time, and Wilds has been getting updates, but every time the game comes up in the news, everyone's always like, has the game been fixed yet? Has it been fixed yet?
Oh.
And it never had. And
yeah.
obviously it's minor improvements, but it's not really substantial. So the performance issues are a permanent debuff on the discourse of the game. But even if the game ran perfectly, a lot of people find it mid.
Okay. Okay. I want to stop you
it's
right here.
multifaceted.
I want to stop you right here. I want to stop you right here because this is. I heard about the performance stuff. Okay, I heard about performance stuff, and mind you, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I beat Monster Hunter Wilds, and I played it at 720 60 FPS because it was just so bad, and I had to turn on the what's it called? FSR? Not FSR. Whatever this shit is that my PC uses. I think it's VLS. Yeah. Yeah. Some kind of scaling thing. And the I didn't see as much of the performance stuff as I saw of the critiques of the game itself. And of course you have the regular old there's not enough I feel like people did that for Rise.
I mean, there might be justification here.
You said what?
There might be some justification because it did launch with less monsters than World and Rise.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah. So, I saw a lot of the regular, there's not enough content. But then I saw a lot of from people who are deep into Monster Hunter. A lot of people talking about how the hunting aspect of Monster Hunter being much more diluted now. And I
yeah,
what are your thoughts on that part?
Okay, so the big thing was you played Rise, right? You remember the dog in that game. You could ride the dog around. You could climb the walls. It could jump. It was fast. And you know how Wilds has its own version? That's the lizard guy, the Sacrets.
Yeah.
The Sacred automatically taking you to the monster without any input from you is the most boring. It's just, why? Why did they do that? No one likes that because it's just not interesting, and no one knows what the structure of the maps because the Sacred just takes you there. It's just, and then that's half of it. The other half is the combat itself because they added this new thing called focus mode.
Yeah.
Which allows you to freely aim. And the developers actually said, yeah, we're putting this in so the game becomes easier for people. And people didn't like that because, again, being able to freely aim your weapons kind of lessens the importance of positioning.
Oh,
I don't find focus mode that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's all right. But the other thing was they added the ability to wound monsters, where if you damage a part enough, it will, like a red wound will appear and it will take more damage. I don't know what they did, but the wound, it was just, you could just totally shred these monsters.
I did
Fights
go
were ending
yeah.
and like literal casual like friends of mine were getting speedrunner times. Like it had to have been some kind of mistake, but it was just. This was the first Monster Hunter game where like every single review by like game journalists was like, this one's really easy for some reason. They never said that about Rise, they never said that about World, but they did say it about Wilds. And like if the game's easy, you kind of just blast through everything. What else is there for you to do? And then there's the story. Tell me, JK, what did you think of Wilds' story? Did you enjoy it? Were you moved by it?
Wait, hold on. Okay,
Did you
heavyweights.
shed any tears?
Now, first of all,
It keeps
you,
going, doesn't it?
I think I don't know how much you keep up with, you know, some of my philosophies, but
I did see what you tweeted. So,
but
that one time.
yeah. So I give a game 5 hours, and if after those 5 hours they're not saying shit, I'm skipping for the rest of the
Honestly,
game.
valid. But like you found the story uninteresting, and I think a lot of casuals did as well. I think Monster Hunter
Yeah.
fans liked it, but what everyone universally agreed on was the way they told the story was so boring. Because it's walk and talks. It's all walk
Yeah,
and talks for the
there was
whole
a lot of
thing. It's
that,
just
yeah.
like Monster Hunter World also went really hard on the story, but that game had like four walk and talks for the whole thing. This was every mission, and it's like, why couldn't this have been a cutscene that we could skip? Because the cutscenes are skippable, which they weren't in World. So that was a nice upgrade. And I don't know if you know this, but because of how the story is structured, it makes it a pain to play with your friends. You can't.
Oh yeah,
like,
yes,
be in
yes,
this-
yeah. Me and Jay Boulevard and Eclipse, we played the game together, so we went through a lot of that. Yeah.
The really stupid thing is that Monster Hunter World had that issue as well, and they didn't seem to like address it here. So that sucks.
Yeah. No, that was, yeah, Monster Hunter, man. So let me ask you this: now that we kind of got like a bird's eye view of like the situation, do you agree with the ranking?
I think it could be higher because we actually have like mathematical proof of how badly this game went.
Yeah. Look,
Because
man.
I know we hate player counts. I know we don't like, we get sick of them. But World, people went back to World after Wilds. People were like, no, I'm going back. But it wasn't just on that front. When like sales updates started coming out after the first month, Rise was outselling Wilds.
Wow.
So on both fronts, like it was just a win. People were going back to World, back to Rise.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
it sold that 10 million based off like goodwill from the Return to World stuff, and now that's kind of all down the drain.
Man, do you think and before we wrap this up, I want to ask you something, man. Do you think, because we go through this with every game, wait for the expansion. Do you think the expansion is going to bring this game back into the conversation in a big way? Even if it like, and let me preface this by saying, even if Monster Hunter the expansion goes well, like let's say it's like the best case scenario expansion, like everything people want, right? Is it too late, or will it actually bring the game back?
I've seen worse games make bigger comebacks.
Okay.
Like, because Wild is not a bad game, and like a lot of the issues have been like fixed already. Especially, I think if they fix performance, they can start like doing the comeback tour.
Yeah, the comeback tour is crazy.
But it's not a good sign that we have like Rise fans saying, "Oh, can they finish this game already so we can get Rise 2?"
Wow, yeah.
that's
There's a
happening again.
Monster Hunter cycle now.
Circles. Oh, there's always a cycle. Literally since the PSP days, every time a game comes out, you can find old GameFAQs boards saying this game is so easy. What the hell happened? From like the PSP games, it's really funny.
Yeah.
But Wilds was probably one of the times it was true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nah,
Wait,
dude.
so this was like 7th place, right?
Yeah, Wilds is 7. Wilds is 7. Yeah. So
That's fair, because yeah,
it's just fine. It's fine. So
that's a good ranking.
yeah. So, bro, I appreciate you coming through, man. Like you're always
appreciate you inviting me. Thank
a
you.
delight to talk to. If you got to go to bed, do your thing. But if you want to stick around too, that's fine too.
I would like to apologize to Jay and Cell. Because I think it was a came and went. Sorry, guys.
Yo, that's on that note, that's Heavy Wings, y'all. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Bye.
Yo, that is that's how you do it. So look, it wasn't Jay Boulevard said he's unsubbing. So I had an expert on to talk about it from an unbiased perspective. Heavy Wings, make sure you check your Cash App after the stream. And from this point, we're gonna get to number 6, okay? We're gonna get to number 6. Now, this next one, y'all. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Now, I think this is correct. This is the correct ass ranking. And let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you guys something. This one, Days Ahead, what's up? Both of y'all, Apache and Days Ahead in the chat. No, but look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. As someone who was watching the results, as y'all were voting, okay. Delta at the beginning was actually like very low. Like at the beginning when I first started the polls, Delta was like, it wasn't top 10, but it was like somewhere between like 13 and 20. And then I think when I reposted the poll like a few days ago, it just jumped up like to number 6. Which I think is deserved, actually. I was like, why is Delta so low? But then as the weeks went on, like it just went up. But Delta, man, this was a real came and went. This was like a real came and went. Like all of I don't know, the initial reveal, people were very hyped for this on the initial reveal. We had a lot of conversations about like Soul versus Soul Less and all that kind of stuff with the remake conversations. And then when it came out, I don't know when this came out. I don't even know when this came out, to be honest with you. Alex said should have never came. Apache, I was saying it was a came and went before it was even late August. Okay, yeah, this one slipped by me, man. This one slipped right by me. I did not even know this came out. So yeah, number 6 sneaked into the top 6. So Metal Gear Solid Delta. Number 5. UE5 performance hurt it. Yeah, the guesses should be easy. The guesses should be easy now because we don't even have much to go on. But this next one, like, I can talk about this one. Yeah, y'all might not have much to say for this one, but yeah, when the polls were more contained, it was interesting. Hunter x Hunter nin it up. Hunter x Hunter nin Impact is number 5. Let me tell y'all something, because we're gonna just a quick thing, on Hunter x Hunter and fighting game shit in general. Fighting games go through this with almost every. It feels like every release for fighting games. Hey, come back. Yeah, okay. Every fighting game release, right, is liable to be a came and went. Every fighting game release feels liable to be a came and went, because fighting game people just have this. They have this thing they do where there's this thing people have where they think the FGC needs to be saved. I don't even know what people, even as someone who's in the fighting game community, I don't know what people mean when they say the FGC needs to be saved. I don't even know what that means, but it's just something people say. So everything that comes out is supposed to be the next, oh, this is going to be the game that's going to like save the FGC. This is going to, and Aiding, who are the developers of this game, Aiding is a developer that, you know, people highly regard. They made Tatsunoko versus Capcom. They made recently DNF Duel. What's another game Aiding made? Oh, Aiding also helped with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They helped. I don't know if they were the main developer. But they're a highly regarded developer, and they worked on this game. So Bloody Roar, right. Yeah. So there was just hype about a licensed game being worked on by Aiding, that, you know, people were excited for. But then it came out and people were like, oh, this shit is unbalanced and it stinks. And they just moved on. So generally speaking, this was just regular old fighting game community optimism. And it just like, I didn't hear anybody, I didn't see anybody playing this game. I didn't see anyone playing this game at all. So that's number 5. Number 4. Number 4, y'all. Finally. Y'all been saying this since number like 20. But no, number 4 is Avowed. Number 4 is Avowed. Like, this was a came and like Xbox is like really coming through. Oh, Xbox is really coming through with the came and wents. They got, well, y'all are gonna see, but no, Xbox is like really, honestly, there's a larger conversation to be had about like where Xbox is at right now and their ecosystem, and kind of the earlier conversation we were having about exclusives and how exclusivity is kind of a weird thing these days and kind of affects the conversation excluding Nintendo, kind of affects the conversation around games in a weird way. So, Avowed, did anyone play this? Did anyone play this? We can't even talk about it because nobody played this game. Yeah, it's just no one played it. I didn't hear many people talking about it, but I heard a lot. I don't know. Is this made by the Obsidian people, or who's this made by? Yeah, the box art is fire. The box art is fire. Yeah, that was the hype around it. It's supposed to be Obsidian's answer to TES. Yeah. Avatar Yaya played 4 hours and uninstalled. Yeah, so that's that, man. Like, Avowed ain't really much to say, you know. We're gonna kind of just go through these top 3 though, okay? We're gonna focus on these top 3 and kind of have a larger conversation about this year in gaming, okay? Now y'all, probably one of the more accurate games on this list. Now, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find Gate 2 make. If you don't know what Splitgate 2 is,
from our amazing community.
Let me show y'all something. Okay. This was the reveal of Splitgate 2.
Community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
And I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
I didn't even. This is an edit.
With Splitgate 2, we asked
This dude's
ourselves,
hype.
how would we take Portals to the next level? Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
What is this edit? Is this an edit from someone who was hyped for Splitgate 2? This kind of made it worse. Oh, hell nah. What the fuck? That's not what I didn't. That's not what I was looking. I wasn't. This isn't what I was trying to pull up. This isn't what I was trying to pull up. So, I don't know. But that kind of proves my point. Oh, here it is. Here it is, y'all. My bad.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3. With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take Portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
Just look at that water placement, expertly done. This is the
We don't got to see that. Let me say something right quick, okay? Let me say something right quick. First of all, there's a lot to unpack with that whole thing. Why does it feel like he looked up a bunch of shit that like those check mark accounts on gaming Twitter be saying, and just like copy and pasted it into a script and said like, oh, what are the kids saying? Like, what do they be saying online? Yeah, it's like, I want Titanfall 3 needs to come back. I'm tired of Call of Duty. Like, he just sounded like a generic check mark on Twitter. Yeah, Frostnix. What can I say? That will be totally awesome. And then like let's hold on. Let's go back and look at the end, because the end is really kind of what like annoyed me. This part right here
right now, and it's fucking awesome.
And look at that him putting that fucking whatever that shit is over his shoulder. You can tell he thought he ate. Like he really thought he ate after he hit that, and it's totally awesome. Like, bro, nah. You did not eat, bro. No. You can tell he thought he that was his little mic drop moment. Little did he know. This will be number 3 on for the Came and Went Awards. So, look, man, this is like very deserving just for that speech alone. E3 Arctic, E3 levels of cringe. Yeah, bruh, that shit reminded me of like that 2005 to 2009 era of gaming. That genre of gamer. Yeah, nah. And as we know, this game eventually got shut down or unlaunched. They literally unlaunched the game. So, honestly, number 3, like I said, when we get the top 10, y'all got the top 10 right, I feel. Y'all got the top 10 right, because this is EW G4 Gaming Award speech. Yeah. Cell Device, his pronouns are he and they. No him whatsoever. Nah. Yo, y'all are wildin', man. Yeah, so bro was born to be an X-Play host. Yeah, no, that was a G4 ass speech. That was a G4 ass speech. He did not eat. No. So there you go. Splitgate. Now, number 2. I might rant about this one for a little while, okay? I might rant about this one for a little while. Number 2. You guys. Now let me say something. I had an entire argument with someone online about this game. Actually, not even on release, but even like before release, I was constantly telling people that, yo, you know what? Since we're pulling up videos, let me show y'all something, man. Let me show y'all something. What is happening? Look. Respect to the developers, to the developer. I'm glad he got a bag. But that shit looks like some AI generated. Like, first of all, look. Let me give the lore for this game. Now, this game got announced I want to say, was it like 9 years ago this game got announced? And it was kind of like this fan project where they were just trying to make a game that was kind of because Final Fantasy Versus 13 got changed into Final Fantasy 15. And this game was supposed to be like this is what Final Fantasy Versus 13 was supposed to be. This was like an action Final Fantasy Versus 13 dream game thing. And it got a lot of hype when people saw the concept trailer for it. Sony eventually picked up the developer that was making this and helped them to move the game along and eventually finish it. Now, as more gameplay started getting revealed for this game, all I kept seeing was just these empty combos of like, oh, here's some flashy sword combat. Here's some flashy sword combat. And when I would keep telling people like, thanks for the follow, Afro Knight. When I would keep telling people like, yo, all I see is like flashy sword combat. All I see is flashy sword combos. There's not really much going on here. People be like, oh, you're a hater. You're a hater. Like, combos are hype. Combos are hype. And the game comes out. Bruh. It was, yes, Ozzy. It was gone. So you have, let's break it down. Let's break it down. You have a 9-year fucking wait. You have a 9-year wait. Pretty much a decade. You have a generic, aesthetic, like a Final Fantasy fan fiction aesthetic, right? It comes out and to just nothing after 9 years. Yes, Jalen. Yes, that dude who cuts me out on Twitter was sharing tons of clips from this game. Yes, Jalen. That is why I am ecstatic for this to be number 2. You are alone, bro. If you're watching this, you are alone. No one is rocking with this shit, bro. This is a number 2 came and went. This is a high level came and went, bro. You can keep sharing your clips. It won't work. They ain't going nowhere, bro. You can add all the hashtags. No one is searching for it, bro. This is it. Number 2. So, and this is the people talking. The streets don't lie. The streets don't lie. Number 2, Lost Soul aside. This is personal. DeFritos, that man is a lost soul best left aside. Nah, yo. Lost soul less aside. So there you go. Now y'all know what number 1 is now. Y'all know what number 1 is. This one, bruh, I can't even speak on this one. To be honest with y'all. Number 1, congratulations to Doom. The Dark Ages is your came and went of the year. So this one is who called it? Yeah, Lucid. I was gonna say you called it. Yeah, you did call it. Yeah. Wait, how did Doom get number 1? This was hyped. I think here's the thing. I think let me see if I can give like some kind of analysis on this. Did anybody play Doom, by the way? Did anybody here play it? Did anyone here play Doom? Now here's my surface level analysis of Doom: The Dark Ages. I think it probably had a good balance of come and went. Like, I think it's one of it's like, now it wasn't as hyped as something like Monster Hunter Wilds was, but it also did like leave the conversation like quicker than something like Monster Hunter Wilds did. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of had like a good balance. It had like a good balance of like came and went going on. And like I said, wait, was this exclusive? No, this wasn't exclusive. But once again, Xbox kind of coming through and like pretty much sweeping the awards. Like Xbox came through and swept. Like we got Doom, we got Avowed. What else did Xbox have? Yeah, you know, it wasn't even the combo more than like a week and a half. Yeah, and especially Outer Worlds. There you go. Thank you, Frostnix. Yeah. This is the first Doom game launching under the Xbox umbrella. So yeah, Doom was also a situation where I didn't know when it came out. Like I didn't even know it came out when it eventually came out. So yeah, there was a lot of hype and the conversation left pretty quickly. Yeah, Lost Soul Aside, I think the reason this even got ranked over Lost Soul Aside was because Lost Soul Aside at least had like some controversy on release. Like a lot of people were, you know, upset about the quality of the game and all that. Doom I didn't hear any major controversy around Doom. It just came out. I think that's exactly what I'm saying, Lucy. I think a big reason Doom is number 1 is it's probably a solid game mostly. Yes, there was nothing to complain about. So it was just I think this is kind of like, honestly, when you ask for a came and went, this is kind of what you want. A lot of I would argue this is like the ideal came and went situation. A lot of hype and the game is just okay. A lot of hype and then the game is just like okay. That is like the definitive came and went. Because if you think about some of the other games, like Monster Hunter Wilds had a lot of hype, right? Monster Hunter Wilds had a lot of hype, but then there was like controversy. It was like disappointment. That adds to the conversation and makes people talk about it longer. But if you have a lot of hype and you're just okay, that's when you really are it's like you're really about to be a came and went. Because there's nothing to complain about. There's nothing to get hype about. It's just there. So Prime 4, no. Prime 4 would not have been number 1. Or Prime 4 would have been low. Because people are complaining about that game like crazy right now. Like, and I feel like people are going to continue complaining about that game for a while. I haven't even started Prime 4 yet because I've still been trying to 1cc ESP Rade, but yeah, nah, Prime 4 has too much discourse. I'm kind of tired of. I'm not even going to talk about when I start playing Prime 4. I'm not even going to talk about it because I just don't want to be involved in all that. So yeah, Doom: The Dark Ages is like, I think, what you need to ask for or what you look for in a Came and Went. This is what you look for in the Came and Went. So there you go, y'all. That's the list. I'm gonna post the list on Twitter, and we can discuss. Y'all can discuss it further from there. But before we go, remember, if you see it pinned in the chat, we got merch now. We got merch now. This is the official merch. We got shirts and hoodies. This is, if y'all, you see the Came and Went on the back. Tomorrow, if you came late, because there's a lot of people in here right now, tomorrow I'm not streaming the Game Awards, bro. I gotta sleep. That shit is gonna be long as hell. So I might tweet about it when I wake up or whatever, but I'm not reacting to it or anything. This may or may not be. This is gonna be the last big stream of the year. I might be doing like other streams casually throughout the year. But y'all, this was a great year, man. Like, I jumped from 1,000-ish to 5,000 subs. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. Next year is gonna hopefully be even better. Got a lot of things planned. So yeah, look, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. That was the Came and Went Awards. Y'all be safe. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your 2025. Be healthy. Be safe. Thank y'all again, man.